Hi friends, how are you doing? Time for story time with Mrs. Cummins. Today's story I'd like to dedicate to Mrs. Beale and Miss Stoney, who were Zach and Brian's second and third grade teachers, and they introduced me to this book. In fact, Mrs. Beale's name is on it. I think we might have stole it from her. Maybe Brian. I'm going to blame Brian. This is a story about Tacky the penguin. Tacky is a unique penguin. What does unique mean? Do you know what unique means? Means one of a kind. All by itself. You're unique. I'm unique. Some people call it being weird. I own it. Let's be weird. Let's be unique today and read about Tacky the penguin. Ready? It is written by Helen Lester, illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. There once lived a penguin. His home was a nice icy land he shared with his companions. Who are his companions? Who are the characters of this story? Let's find out. His companions were named Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect. His name was Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird. Every day, Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect greeted each other quietly and politely. Tacky greeted them with a hearty slap on the back and a loud, "What's happening?" Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tacky always marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 2.5, flop, 0. His companions were very graceful divers. Tacky liked to do splashy cannonballs. Do you like to do cannonballs jumping into the water? Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always sang pretty songs like "Sunrise on the Iceberg." Tacky always sang songs like "How many toes does a fish have?" Tacky was an odd bird. Very odd. One day the penguins heard thump, thump, thump of feet in the distance. This could only mean one thing. The hunters had come. Oh no, the hunters are coming. The hunters are coming. They look a little scared. They came with maps and traps and rocks and locks, and they were rough and they were tough. As the thump, thump, thump drew closer, the penguins could hear the growly voices chanting. "We're gonna catch some pretty penguins. We'll march 'em with a switch. We'll sell 'em for $1 and get rich, rich, rich." Antagonist, the bad guys. Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect ran away in fright. Eek! They hid behind a block of ice. What did Tacky do you think? Tacky stood alone. The hunters marched right up to him chanting, "We're gonna catch some pretty penguins and we'll march 'em with a switch. We'll sell 'em for $1 and get rich, rich, rich." "What's happening?" blared Tacky, giving one hunter an especially hearty slap on the back. They growled, "We're hunting for penguins. That's what's happening." "Penguins?" said Tacky. "Do you mean those birds that march neatly in a row?" And he marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 2.5, 0. The hunters looked very puzzled, confused. "Do you mean those birds that dive so gracefully?" Tacky asked. And he did a splashy cannonball, and the hunters looked kind of wet. "Do you mean those birds that sing such pretty songs?" Tacky began to sing, and from behind the block of ice came the voices of his companions, all singing as loudly and as dreadfully as they could. "How many toes does a fish have, and how many wings on a cow? I wonder, yep, I wonder, yep." The hunters could not stand the horrible singing. This could not be the land of pretty penguins. They ran away with their hands clasped tightly over their ears, leaving behind their maps and traps and rocks and locks, and not looking at all rough and tough anymore. And Tacky and his friends watched them go. Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect hugged Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird, but a very nice bird to have around. Being unique, a little weird, might make your friends laugh, and it might save the day. Thanks for listening to Tacky the Penguin. I'll see you next time for Mrs. Cummins' story time. Wash your hands, be good, stay safe. Bye-bye, love ya.